Hello again guys, and welcome back to the Aliens Games video. Today we're looking at a scenario where Macedonia forms its own empire. So Macedonia will be in the color red, and any country they invade will be in the color blue. So they would declare war on Kosovo. Now obviously Serbia will probably join in, but I'm not going to do that. Now you might be wondering, why would Serbia join in? They want to go to Kosovo. Well, that's because technically Serbia would think that they own Kosovo, meaning that if someone invades them, technically that country would be invading Serbia. But Serbia won't join in, just so I can make it easier for Macedonia to take it over. I'm pretty sure Kosovo isn't really that strong, but Macedonia ain't either. But anyways, Macedonian forces was pushed into Kosovo, and after some weeks of battle, Kosovo would surrender. So now we have a weird looking Macedonia. I don't know how this would help, but they would declare war on Albania. Now obviously Albania is probably still stronger than Kosovo, sorry not Kosovo, North Macedonia, but in this scenario North Macedonia is buffed, so they should be able to beat them. Anyways, Macedonia makes a huge push into the south, quickly taking all of it, and they march up to Tehran and they would surrender. That didn't happen in like maybe a few weeks. That took maybe a few months. So obviously, even if they're buffed, Albania is still a force to be reckoned with. But Macedonia beats them, like, you know, how to say this? Nonetheless, yeah, I don't know how you really say that, but it doesn't matter. Now they declare war on Montenegro, which is a pretty easy target for the Macedonian army, as they are very, very weak. They take the Macedonians take them out within a few weeks. So now they are a regional power, you could say. They basically have eliminated all like the weak countries in the Balkan region. They've eliminated them all, really. Like, there's no more chances. Nowhere else to go. So now that they will have to be taking on the big boys. I think Bosnia and Herzegovina is probably the weakest one out of them all. They're still pretty strong, you could say, simply because of the size. Maybe not because of their size, but yeah. Anyways, as Macedonian forces push in. I repeat that again. Macedonian forces push into Bosnia and Herzegovina. Pretty sure that the capital is Sarajevo. It's like here, isn't it? I don't actually know. Anyways, they push out and capture it, because it can't be here, can it? And if it is, well, I'm just stupid. But eventually Bosnia and Herzegovina surrenders. Why do they say Herzegovina? I'm pretty sure it's because Herzegovina is like a region in Bosnia and Herzegovina, so that's why it's called Bosnia Herzegovina. But alright, they take over all this land. Now they are pretty strong. Yeah, like it's obvious. Like Serbia is probably the strongest in like this entire Balkan area. Maybe Romania, maybe, I don't know. But they are no match for the North Macedonians. And the Macedonians push into the south. But initial successes are followed with catastrophic defeats in the south, which would push them out. But they'd come back in after you know, healing their army from those defeats, and now they'd push up. There'd be some defeats, but no ones that catastrophic ones that would cause them to get kicked out of all of Serbia. They do get pushed back a little bit, but they pushed those assaults. They stopped the assaults, and they continue their push up north until eventually Serbia surrenders. I don't want anyone saying, "Oh, Macedonia can't beat Serbia," because in this scenario they can. Alright, so yeah, they are strong now. Yeah, they are very strong. They look a bit weird, to be honest. I think they need more, like, you know, lads out there to make it look better. This actually looks like the first Bulgarian Empire, not gonna lie. Not saying that I know of it, but like, basically it was, how do I say this? It wasn't actually in Bulgaria. Like, it was actually more of in Serbia, Albania, Bosnia-ish. Like, not actually, you know, in Bulgaria like it's supposed to be, because Bulgarian Empire. But anyways, Macedonian troops push into Bulgaria, and Sofia is captured. Now they continue their push into Bulgaria, into Bulgarian territory, until eventually they surrender. Now they would capture. Now they would annex all these territories. So now they are pretty strong. I've said that's like the 15,000th time I've said that. I don't know why. Now they would declare war on Greece, on big Greece. There we go. Anyways, Macedonian troops would manage to cut off all the cities, like all the cities here, which would be forced to surrender. And now they'd continue their push south. They would now, having already captured Thessaloniki, make it their base instead of Sofia, and would continue their pushes, capturing Corinth and Athens, forcing them to surrender. Don't forget Cyprus. It's not Cyprus. How do I get out of this situation? What was it? Oh, Crete. Yeah, Crete. I totally did not call it Cyprus. Yeah, I totally didn't call it Cyprus. Yeah, I can stop the cat now. I did call it Cyprus. That was dumb. Now they are strong. Now they would look east. I think I'm saying that a bit too ominously. There we go. Now Macedonian troops would push into Turkish territory and would actually manage to launch a naval invasion from the Black Sea, and from there Istanbul would be cut off from sending supply lines and it would surrender. Now they would launch naval invasions and would continue their push, closing in on Ankara, and eventually they would capture it. Now they'd continue their pushes into Turkey, and eventually Turkey would surrender. Finally, the Europeans have taken back Constantinople. I'm pretty sure I called it Istanbul earlier, like 1 minute ago, but I meant Constantinople. Macedonian Empire is strong now, very strong. Now, their next target would just be unite all of the Balkans, which is a pretty difficult task, you'd say, considering that even though they are very strong now, these like countries do have Romania, but still, like, no real chance. They are a little bit threatening, but not really. Anyways, Macedonia would push into Croatia, and they would take the Istrian Peninsula, and they would completely destroy Croatian naval ability. Eventually, Croatia would surrender. Slovenia has a population of like 2 million, and it's instantly cut off from the rest of the allies. They lose their sea, and eventually they surrender. Hungary and Romania are a little bit tougher, but they're still no match anyways. So Budapest is here, luckily enough for them, and Bucharest is all over here, very close to the border. So Hungary does have their main capital city far away, but that does not matter as it's captured and they surrender. And all their forces are aimed into Romania, crashing into Romania, swiftly defeating all their defenses. Bucharest is captured, and Romania surrenders. Now they are literally super huge. They've united all of the Balkan nations, and they're probably one of the strongest countries on Earth. Obviously, they're nowhere near like the United States and like those countries, because the countries they invaded are even though large. For example, Turkey, they're not really the strongest. Turkey is pretty strong, but doing a match for the big old United States right here. But this country they're gonna invade might as well be the strongest one they're facing. That my forgetfulness to make tolerance, what needed has ruined the surprise. But alright. That country is Italy. Ooh, don't forget them. So yeah, Macedonian forces would make a landing in area here, capturing Naples and cutting off Sicily. But Sicily can still easily reach Sardinia, and that means they can reach Rome, until of course Rome is captured, and San Marino falls really quickly. They would now make assaults through the Alps, and they would also take Milan, followed by Genoa, and mainland Italy is now just crumbling. And they would surrender. Oh, and the Vatican, well, they're gone. Sardinia falls quickly, so does Sicily. And since the people who made this map are so unkind, they've forgotten to make at least they've forgotten to give some white land to Malta. By white land, I mean like, how do I say this? I mean like, those, like this white land. But they made Malta just the border for some reason. Even though a size 1 paint can still, have enough land. Like, it's so unfair. But this is very dangerous. It's in danger of being attacked. Even Austria, which is pretty weak compared, can still launch a surprise attack with some support from Germany and cut off this area here. Of course, they still can easily send supplies through the Adriatic, but yeah. To stop this, they declare war on Austria, which now brings Germany into the war. I nearly forgot there are no alliances brings all these countries in the war, even Switzerland. Actually, I think Switzerland should just stay out of this, because the Swiss will get obliterated. I don't want to have to happen to our favorite neutral country, right? Anyways, they cut off the Austrian panhandle, whatever you can call it. We can still get supplies from Germany until it's cut off from Germany and surrenders. Now they managed to take the capital of Austria, of course, of Vienna. Slovakia is cut off and surrenders, and Czechia, well, Czechia is gone. Prague was captured months before. They've held off pretty well, actually, but now Germany is all on its own, and it's get completely obliterated. Berlin is captured, but then simply they make their capital Hamburg until that's captured and Germany surrenders. I think this should be the last war of the episode, because Macedonia has achieved beyond all expectations, technically, because they're technically actually a small version of their old selves, but the old selves was led by a crazy young man, okay, and you don't have a crazy young man to help them. So this should end the video, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.